today I'm doing the Swedish book tag. I have never done a tag before on my channel, and the first tag I'm doing is a tag I've made up myself, which I think is quite fun. I got the idea from Daphne M, my friend here on BookTube. She did a Dutch tag, and I thought, I want to make a tag like this, but there isn't a Swedish book tag, so I thought, why don't I make it myself? So that's what I have done. I've made my own tag. Hopefully this is not super bad. We'll see about that. I try to dress appropriately for this. I searched for something blue or yellow in my closet, but clearly I failed miserably. I only have black and white in my closet, you know, to reflect my dark soul. Before I start the actual tag, I want to read you something. When I was doing kind of research for this tag, I looked up Swedish stereotypes, and I found this site which had stereotypes for like every country in the world. I'm gonna read this to you now. Swedish. Conscientious, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, wealthy, enlightened, rational and bored, boring, dependent on their welfare state, lacks rules of sexual morality, institutionalized yearning for nature and simplicity, heavy drinkers, modest, introverted, sophisticated and modern. So that's apparently what the rest of the world think of us Swedish. Yeah, that's not entirely accurate. So now for the actual tag, I will be reading 7 different questions kind of, and they are connected to Sweden and then also to books. So let's get started. Number 1. The Swedish flag. Pick a book that has a yellow and blue cover. I didn't have many options for this, to be honest. I don't really like blue and yellow together. So if I can avoid it, I'll, you know, avoid buying a cover that has blue and yellow on it. So the only one that really had bright blue and bright yellow on it was my The Fault in Our Stars copy, my signed copy. The signed sticker is yellow. It is a wonderful book and you should read it if you haven't. It's blue and yellow, Swedish. Also there's Swedish stuff in it, Swedish hip hop, yeah. This was actually a very good choice. I actually didn't plan that. So, yeah. Number 2, timid and reserved. Pick a character that you had a hard time connecting to at first, but grew to love. And the character that I chose was Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire. I had a really hard time connecting to Sansa in the first book. She was just very vain and just really annoying, I thought. But towards the end of the first book and the beginning of the second book, I just started to really love her, and now she's one of my absolute favourite characters of the series. Number 3. Cold. Pick a book that gives you warm, fuzzy feelings. For this, I had to go with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Really, I could have chosen any Harry Potter book, but since Goblet of Fire is my favourite, I decided to show you this one. The Harry Potter world is just, it's so amazing. I get lost in it every time and it makes me so happy every time I read it. The feels, all of the feels, seriously. Number 4. Queuing. Pick a book that is waiting patiently on your TBR. For this, I decided to go with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. It is a beautiful, beautiful edition. It's one of the World Cloud classics. It has the most gorgeous end papers ever. I still don't know what this is about, so I'll find that out when I read it. I have no plans to read this at the moment, but hopefully I will get to it sooner or later. It is definitely patiently waiting on my TBR. Number 5, IKEA. Show your cheapest book. I had a hard time picking a book for this because, to be honest, books are quite expensive in Sweden. But at my local bookstore they have this offer which is 4 paperbacks for the price of 3. And once I went there and I bought 8 books, which meant that I got 2 for free. But the guy, like when I was paying, the guy, he was like, oh, that's a lot of books. That's a lot of books. And I was like, yeah, yeah. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you another book for free. So basically I got a book for free, it wasn't in the offer. I guess that's the cheapest book I've ever got. And for this, I'm pretty sure it was this book, but I can't be 100% certain. And the book is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson in the Penguin English Library edition. This is a really cute little book. Not the contents, that's quite disturbing actually. It's really tiny. This is a really well-known story about like split personality disorder kind of. Number 6, Meatballs. Show your meatiest or biggest book. My biggest book is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the Swedish edition. It is 1001 pages, I think, and it is so heavy. Like, it's so heavy. I don't have any heavier book than this. It is incredibly heavy. Oh, technically, I guess Storm of Swords from A Song of Ice and Fire is longer, but I have it in 2 different volumes, so technically it's not one book. So I had to go with this one, and it's a lot bigger because it's a hardback. Also, I really like the Swedish editions. I think they're quite nice. They have like silvery details in them. They're really nice. Finally, number 7. Bad at Taking Compliments. Recommend a book that you love but does not get enough attention. For this book, I don't actually own a physical copy because I read it for school about a year ago, but I wanted to recommend it anyway, and the book is called Dr. Glass by Hjalmar Söderberg. Dr. Glass tells the story of a murderer before he actually commits the murder, so you get to follow Dr. Glass along as he kind of decides to murder this person. And it's really, really interesting. I absolutely adored it when I read it for school, and I think that a lot of you guys, if you like classics or modern classics, you would really like it. It deals with the same themes as Crime and Punishment, though Dostoevsky and Söderberg kind of come to different conclusions. I will eventually read Crime and Punishment, and I'll probably do a comparison of the two on this channel. That might be fun. But if you want to check Dr. Glass out, I will leave its Goodreads page in the down bar. So yeah, that's it for the Swedish book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more tags from me, and if you have any suggestions of tags I should do, I would love to hear them. Also, if you want to do something similar to this, if you're Swedish and want to do a Swedish book tag, or if you are from a different country and want to do this but from your country's point of view, feel free to do that. I'd love to watch it. Please link your video in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.